Hello, I just realized that I have to change the little display thing on this one so that it's not, so it's not, but anyway, I'll have to change that at some point. Hi, Betty, how are you? And hi, how are you? Nice to see you both. Thank you. So it is Thursday. Yesterday was the new moon. And for those that don't follow me on Facebook, I do a new moon ritual. I do new moon and I do full moon rituals in my Divine Feminine Healing Collective. And we do, card pulls and healing stuff. And, it's a really great time. So I did that last night. And I hope that you have some really great energy for today. I'm good today. I'm happy. I'm going to start tapping to get some likes going so we can send the video a little wider, get it a little bit wider. So we'll do the collective reading and then we'll move into individual card pulls. So if you're interested in having a card pull, just stay tuned for after the initial reading for the collective. So the first card that I pulled for the reading is the beautiful Time for a Nap. So the essential meaning is rest, rejuvenation, and renewal, temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. The Oracle's message: this is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, your desires. Nothing, turn the page, is as important as rest, detachment, good morning, Mirth, detachment and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat, and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement now. Relationship message. When it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's a good time to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. In prosperity, this is a great time to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream and imagine. Let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate and take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough. After a break, you may make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. And that's very true. If we're always forcing an outcome, right? It's the same thing I used to talk to, clients with PTSD about. It takes a lot of time to recover. The further that you crash, the further that you deplete the resources of your system, the longer that you spend in that depleted state, the longer that it's going to take for you to recover. And for a lot of people, when they really crash out with PTSD, it takes anywhere from 1.5 to 2 years to fully recover. And they're pushing it, trying to get it done now. Well, it's no different than if you have a scab and you put a bandage on it, but you keep picking at it. If you keep picking at it, it's going to take a lot longer to heal than if you just leave it and let it be, right? So that's the kind of concept of take a nap. Just let it be, and those epiphanies will come to you. We're going to read all the cards anyway, but I was trying to think if I wanted to read them in the order that I pulled them this morning, or if I wanted to read them just in the order that I'm going to pick them up. And well, let's do it with the order that I picked them up. So the 7 of Wands was the Oracle card that I pulled for today. I guess it would show it on that one too. So challenge, grounding, and protecting yourself, movement and growth, creative innovation, remaining ahead, feeling vulnerable, a sign to continue to share your ideas, self-expression. Haters, they'll emerge only after you've made it to your perch, whipping their wands about and asking you to defend your accomplishments. Sometimes competition emerges as a result of shining brightly in the world. If you are feeling attacked after sharing your magic, it is important to remember that others likely want what you have, so stand up bravely and continue to do your beautiful thing. Mindfully call feelings of love and well-being into your body and to create a protective bubble of energy around you. Remain synchronized and aligned with your bright vision and reject any low-vibe negative states that others may be pushing. You don't have to accept their opinion as truth, especially when they are vying for your position. Check to make sure you are acting in a way that is aligned with your highest values, and when you know you are, don't let anyone stop you from achieving your dreams. I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. So that rest plus, plus making sure that you're still standing up and doing what's necessary for you. Let's see what our other, because the cards were a real scramble today. They're a very different connection to them, my brain's slow. Hang on. We got the go-go juice. I actually slept in a little bit this morning. Normally I try to get up around 6, maybe 7, but it was almost 8 by the time I crawled my sleepy butt out of bed this morning. So the next card that I pulled was Crown Games, Right Use of Power. So show that card. See how that message lies in with the other cards. So leadership, responsibility, accountability, right use of power. There's a game of power played by all people, whether they're conscious of it or not. It concerns who has it and who doesn't, how to get more of it and not to lose that which you have, how to wield it wisely and not to get drunk with it and cause harm. These are the matters you need to ponder now that you find yourself in the crown game too. You want to be on top, the best, the most effective, the most beloved. You may discover that your deep desire to help others is disguising the underpinnings of this complex game. Power and all it entails can be both dangerous and productive, destructive and redemptive. Which will it be for you? Can you forgive without condoning and keep your dignity when challenged? Will you be accountable, amendable to change, or making amends? Can you let go of your need to rescue others, lead with humility while letting others to discover their way home? Now you're learning that empowerment comes with a price and a sacrifice for sovereignty. This is a time to pick your battles, use strategy, and temper your reactions. You have the power to make a beautiful difference on behalf of others. Can you see the power as a currency that you must spend judiciously? True power is stewarded wisely, for it is given from the divine, not from the ego. In all your relations, the greatest beauty is when power is shared. If you are in a higher position, it's even more important to be kind and respectful. Ask for guidance. It will come when you choose compassion over your own goals and desires. When you stop caring about who wears the crown, true success and influence appear for you. So that whole competing with other people or wanting to have the same stuff that they want, maybe that's what the whole time for a nap is a time to, sit back and actually think, is this what I really want? Is this how I want to show up in the world? Right? And is it being true to me? And not worrying about who's going to, hate on what you're starting to do or what you're bringing to the world, right? It's going to be what's in alignment with you, what makes sense to you. And the next card that I pulled was Ascendant. So number 35. Ascendant. In a natal chart, the ascendant tells a story about how you walked into this life at your birth and how you walk into any new situation. It describes the door through which you see the world and the world sees you, your filter system, and hints at your awakening consciousness. The ascendant, also known as the rising sign, describes the degree of the zodiac just coming up over the eastern horizon at the moment and place of your birth. How do you see the world? Take a long look at the assumptions and presumptions through which you filter your experiences of reality. Really look at how your privilege, trauma, or certain attributes of your history can distort the reality of the moment. Do what you can to dismantle those obstructions so you can see the whole view. Open the aperture. Conversely, look carefully at the signals you are sending off. Do they match your intent? Do you say you're fine when you really need a hug? Are you trained to sound modest or apologetic when really you know what you're doing? Do you act like you know what you're doing when you don't? Notice what you project into the world and take responsibility for how you are seen. Hello. The ascendant is where you become visible. If this makes you nervous, investigate what needs to be healed or where you need to grow your confidence in order to feel comfortable being seen. If you're asked about a project, look for what needs to be repaired or improved before you hold a press conference. The challenge is the front door is the only part of the house. Be willing to look beyond appearances and into the heart, but don't count on others' ability to do so. And the gift is that over time, your reputation is built on what you do, not how you look. So I think that's a really good message from the cards. Like really, it pulls it together, that ascendant, right? So that time for a nap is that time to sit back and just how do you want to show up? Is this in alignment with you? What is the actual reasoning behind why you're doing what you're doing and wanting to show up in that specific way, right? So take a nap and reflect on that, and make sure that, you know, whether you're going to have haters or not, it's not going to matter. What's going to matter is that you're showing up as authentically as you, and you're following the path that's before you, and showing up how you want to show up for the reasons that you want to show up in that authentic way. And and it's not necessarily understand why you want that power, right? Understand there's going to be leadership. There's going to be, you know, you're going to have to be in that position of leadership. So be comfortable with that. Understand that it could be shared, though. What you're sharing to the world, you know, should be for the benefit of all, not just to pad your pockets, that kind of concept. So now that I've done that, I open the floor to a card pull. So if anyone's interested in having their card drawn, let me know. I will only be on until approximately 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock. I don't know why I flipped those cards, but let's flip them back. Flip them back. So if you want a card drawn, just let me know, and I will put you on the list, and we can draw a card and get you some clarity today. It's low engagement today. I don't know what everyone's sleeping after that new moon, or having a slow day. I think this is one of the lower days I've had for people showing up, but that's okay. It's okay. That means it'll be a quicker day, and then I can, you know, jump onto my thing. Hi, Rhonda. Oh, Betty, you get the first card. Oh, if I don't throw them all over the place, that would be handy. So Betty, card for you, and then Rhonda. And are you Virgo, Rhonda? That's a good sign. I have a Virgo moon. Betty. Beautiful. Come to the edge, number 36. Hi, Melissa. How are you? How are you this morning? So I'll have the recording up in the group for the Divine Feminine Healing Collective in the next little bit. It takes a while for it to download and then for it to upload to Facebook. But it'll be up in the group before the end of the day with the pictures and the cards that I pulled from it. Okay, Betty. And then after Betty will be Rhonda. And if anyone else wants a card, just let me know. But we're going to start with Betty. So your card was Come to the Edge. The essential meaning is courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. The Oracle's message. Good morning. How are you, love? Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you steady yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. A relationship message. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. For prosperity, if there was ever a time for you to take a leap of faith into the unknown, it is now. This is the perfect moment to take a big risk. The unknown is the only choice now, and if you come to the edge, you will discover treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Allow your courage to lead you in spite of your fears. You don't need to know the exact form of what you're going for. The essence is much more powerful, and Spirit has a way of delivering an even better version of prosperity than you could imagine. Take that step. The results will be amazing. Really, really great card for you, Betty. Really great card. So whatever you were asking about or wanting direction in, the time is now to just go for it. Take that risk. it's going to be okay. So the next card is for Rhonda, and then after Rhonda, and Melissa. Sorry, I'm making sure. Melissa, and then Alexandria. So I'm going to start writing these down so I don't, oops, I'm going to draw on my finger first. You're welcome, Betty. Betty, Rhonda, Melissa, and then Alexandria. And then we'll see who else wants cards as we go. But we've got that started. Okay. Hi, Angel. How are you? Nice to see you, love. So this card is for Rhonda. And if anyone else wants a card, just ask. Like I said, I'll go to right around 10 a.m. So we got about 45 minutes of cards. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna, be completely open and fair. I am good, but I do have, I don't want, I never want people to think that, like I have some perfect life, because I don't. And that's why I always say with any of my trauma or mental health stuff, that I use my stuff, because I do. And, right now I'm dealing with somebody who, is not showing up the way that I had hoped that they would show up. And that's creating a little bit of underlying sadness, right? I'm a little bit disappointed. With the person who I thought they had a different role to play, but maybe the role that they have to play in my life is more of maybe there's a little lesson. Who knows? I try to look at it that way, like what is the lesson or the experience, rather than get too attached too firmly to things. But yes. Nice. Very nice. I have been a nurse for over 20 years now, which is crazy to think that I've been a nurse for that long. And I just am, not that I'm saying this in any way to shape you. I hope that you have a wonderful career. I enjoyed my career as a nurse, but I am at the point now where I'm stepping away from my RN. I am being just stepping into that. I am an intuitive and a trauma wellness healer. So to a certain degree, I'm retiring and going in on my company. So I have it's called a Sacred Oracle Journey Package, where I do 6 Oracle readings with you in a video. So we connect every 2 weeks and I do an oracle reading for you that guides you gently through your trauma and ignites your self-love. So in the in-between weeks, I do this where I would pull a card for you and I will intuit the card and send you the message to you. So that's it's a new package that I have available that I just came up, and just amazing. So I've just decided to step away from nursing and go straight in and just be my company without the nurse behind it, because what I do is more a wellness focused healing, using things like breathing and grounding and mindfulness and meditation and eating healthy and, just natural stuff. So stepping away from the nursing and just into this and embracing the fact that I am an intuitive and I'm an oracle reader, and that I work with trauma wellness. So taking the nurse hat off, but I wish you the best in your career for sure. I do. I had a wonderful career in a lot of different areas. I was an emerge nurse. I did flight nursing for 7 years, flew around the world. I worked in acute care. I've delivered babies. I've worked in management. I worked in occupational health. I worked, in so many different areas in nursing. So that's one of the things that is beautiful about nursing, is there's a broad range of different ways that you can show up as a nurse. Education is always a big part of it. So it's just really good. Try out different things. You never know what's going to really stick and hold to you. But when you find that passionate spot, delve into that and have a lot of fun. And I'm just going to read this. Last night was wonderful. I was in such a tranquil state. Thanks. I'm so good. I slept in today. I was saying that, and I didn't even think that maybe it was my the meditation that I did that caused that. Yes, I did that too. Started working in that's where I did too. I started working in long-term care while I was starting out as a nurse as my start. So this is for Rhonda. Sorry for the delay. We just got chitty chatty. Number 44, thinker. That's the card for Rhonda. Then after Rhonda is Melissa and then Alexandria. And if anyone else wants a card, just put it down on the list. I'll just put your name out that you want a card, and I'll put you on my list. How's that? So thinker, Rhonda. Strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Yes, Jen, I'll put good morning from Ontario. Jennifer and Renee. Renee. Perfect. And Ashley. Get the list going. Perfect. Okay. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. The relationship message. Love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not a time to indulge in fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. Bob Cajun, nice. Prosperity message. Calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friends now. So get out your journal. Write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win this game and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. So really good message for you, Renee. And, sometimes we have to be a little more logical and not, and I love that statement about meet them where they're at. Right. We oftentimes we meet people and we're like, they have such great potential. We'll see them at the potential that they have as opposed to where they're exactly showing up. So, we think, well, if they were just a little more present. So I'm dealing with that now. I have this beautiful person that, showed up and was a part of my life, and the connection seemed, really, really amazing. And, then lately they've been really distant. So I'm not going to try to, make them anything beyond what they are. The way that they're showing up in my life is how they're showing up in my life. So I'm accepting them where they're at, and where they're at right now isn't where I want someone to be who claims to be that level of person in my life. Right. So it's understanding that, sometimes, it's kind of like when you start out dating, and people always, they try to, I like the things that you like because they're too afraid to say that they don't like something for fear that maybe the connection won't continue. So they kind of, I like everything that you like, and but they don't. So then eventually they start showing up how they really are. They start, well, I'm not really into watching, say a guy, I'm not really into watching romance movies, but in the beginning he was all about it. Right. It's just understanding that that's just who they are. Don't expect them to be anything different. And as much as that's harsh, but we try to make people, be better than what they actually are showing up. We smooth over the edges. We make excuses for situations or for people. And sometimes you just facts are the facts. Facts are the facts, ma'am. Facts are the facts. No assumptions here. Facts are the facts. So Melissa, card for you, love. And then after Melissa, Alexandria, and then Jennifer, Renee, and Ashley. Melissa, Treasure Island. And I do love the Treasure Island card, but that's because I have a special spot for sea turtles. I actually adopted a sea turtle. I've bought one of those necklaces that the proceeds go to helping a sea turtle, and then you get a little tracker. So every now and then I check and see where my sea turtle is floating around. Yeah, he got caught in a trap, and then they rehabbed him, helped him out, rehabbed him, set him back. So I get to watch him travel around with my little tracker. It's kind of cool. So this is for you, Melissa. Treasure Island. The law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. Oracle's message. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. Good morning, Marla. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life, at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. Relationship message. Your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. Prosperity. At this time, your ideas are all hitting the mark, and you're in a true manifestation period when you see evidence of the seeds of prosperity you planted in the past. The appearance of this card in a reading indicates that your dreams and aspirations align with concrete signs of prosperity in the world of form. This is a very auspicious and fortunate time for business. Creative projects will flourish as inspiration strikes. Share your wealth with others too. Generosity and gratitude should lead you now. Well, that's a really good message for you, Melissa. I think that's just fantastic. In a really prosperous time right now. Very good. Very good. So after Melissa is Alexandria, and then after Alexandria, Jennifer, Renee, and Ashley. I think my dog just burped. You're so welcome, Melissa. Whoa, that happens every now and then. We've got to mix the cards up, right? Gotta mix the cards up. This is how we get ones in protection mode, because I dropped them. Get the hair straightened out. Get the hair straightened out. Hi. I don't know who said hi on Facebook, but hi. How are you? All righty. Let's see. This one is for Jennifer. No, Alexandria. Sorry. I was almost going to, I have to remember, I got to cross my names off so I don't lose it. Alexandria. I'm going to shuffle them one more time then. Alexandria, this is your card. All right. By the book, my dear. Number 11. So we'll show it to everybody. By the book. Today I get my desk. So tomorrow I should be set up in my new desk. Maybe, hopefully. See how it goes, getting everything set up tonight. It all depends on what time my mom gets here and what time I get the desk picked up and all that jazz. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be in my new desk, my new setup. It'll be really cool. So Alexandria. Abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provide a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book this time. Relationship message. Getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Finding the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them to. Your connection will deepen as a result. Prosperity. At this time, you can expect a return on your investment. Whatever you've pursued, be it a dream you've long cherished, a skill you've cultivated, or a service you're called to, will come to you if you're willing to go by the book. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to be successful. Follow in the footsteps of others who have already achieved the things you're striving for. You can learn a lot by observing the structures that are already working. Your creative projects and commitment to prosperity are in alignment with the needs of the world, but impatience may tempt you to cut corners to get there more quickly. Stick with what you know works, and you will attract abundance. So, good message about going by the book. Sticking to the rules. Right? I hope that message resonates with you, my dear. All right. After Alexandria is Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Let's see what your message is. And you'll have to let me know if that resonated with you, Alexandria, if you feel that card really meets what's going on in your world today. Nope, you didn't, Ashley. Yours. It's Jennifer, Renee, and then Ashley. Jennifer, Renee, and then Ashley. So you've still got time. I read a big message half the. Jennifer. Number 41. Well, Camilla, I would ask, what is his prison sentence? And is he being a good boy? I mean, we could consult the cards, but I would rather ask, other questions more for you. Yes. Number 41. So, Jennifer, your card is soulmates. So, let's get your message. Essential meaning: harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. You are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Whoever asked if I have time for a card for you, I need to know who you are so that I can write your name on the list. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gift. Relationship message. Consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same. Regardless of how long your relationship lasts, consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you so open you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate, come to guide you home to the real you. I'll make sure that I give the reading a little more in depth for you, dear. Marla, I can definitely. Marla and Jess. Marla, Jess, and Sahiba. I have you on the list, okay? So strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others, mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, and strangers open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration, commitment, and co-creation. This is what you've been waiting for. So I hope that you enjoyed that message, Jennifer. I think it's a really good message. So somebody around you, or many people around you, are soulmate. They're here to teach you a lesson or help you along the way, along your path. They're either going to be there forever, or they're going to be there to, just really give you that lesson, right? Nice. I love it. I love it. Great message. Senior care. Ah, nice. Senior care. Ah, nice. So the next one is for Renee, and then Ashley after Renee, and then Marla, Jess, and Sahiba. Renee. Well, we've got this guy already today, even. So number 44, thinker. So this is a reflective time for sure. And this is looking at things at face value, right? That's what the thinker card is. It's reviewing the pros and cons. It's making lists when it comes to business. It's making sure that things, are, so taking people at face value, the relationships in your life. Don't be thinking about putting, making somebody something that they're not, or whatnot. So being analytical and logical, looking at the pros and cons. So the ability to reason and strategize is the focus for you right now, Renee. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment, there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. The facts are the facts. That's what this card is about. Is just think about the situation, do pros and cons list, or, but you're just looking at how they show up as how they show up, not thinking, things are going to change down the line. It's just accepting them where they're at. If it's people, if it's in businesses, do pros and cons lists. Even with people, you could do pros and cons lists and just look at just what the facts are. Okay. So that's the biggest thing for that. The calculated action is called for. Sit down and plan a strategy and focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life right now. Right. So lists will be your friend right now. But as long as you're writing it down. So journaling out your goals, what you're looking to acquire, that would be a good thing, because that's going to help you with manifesting it. So that's the message from that, the thinker card. We'll just do a quick one with that, since we just pulled it and read the whole thing not that long ago. So now is Ashley. Okay. So when I read the card, I'll make sure that we get it. Trying to start a business in senior care. I finally saw the other part of the message. I get that, Jennifer. You're welcome, Renee. Yay. I love it. I love it. Yang. So the Yang energy, beautiful card. So Yang is all about like the action, taking action. It's definitely what the Yang card is about. When you think about the give and take, male Yang energy is the give, female Yin energy is the take. Okay, but it's conscious taking. But with this one here, masculine energy. So the masculine principle of movement and creativity, the power to make things happen, taking action. So that's a really big part of this whole message, is going to be that you're going to take action. Okay. So Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward, and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. So whatever you're wanting to do, you're going into that, you're going to take the action. So it'd be like in a relationship, if there's somebody that you've been interested in, you're going to be the one that goes up and says, hey, should we go out on a date? That's the kind of action that this yang energy has, right? With a business, the energy is supporting action. So you're making the first move. You're going to be the one that's going to go forward and just take the lead. Okay. So you're supposed to get married next summer. Oh, exciting, exciting. So projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and onto the make it happen phase. So it's all about making it happen, right? You're going to feel a little bit busier than usual, but you're going to have all the energy to do all the planning and the projects that you need to. The masculine yang energy is there to support you through doing all those things that you have to do. Okay. So take the lead and just, put the plans into action. It's time to act, not just to think or dream, right? It's time to do. Okay. So I hope that's, so I can put you on the list, Sarah. I did see your name come up there. Asking a question. Okay. Now after Ashley is Marla, and then Jess, and then Sahiba, and Sarah. Be positive. Believe in it. Yeah, keep working on it. Keep putting it into action, right? Marla. Oh, Marla, this is the one. Marla, to the sea, number 7. So show it on both of those ones as well. Number 7, to the sea. This is all about being in a flow state. To the sea. Being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of event. Yep, if you double tap the screen, it gives the hearts, which I appreciate, because when we get hearts, the more hearts that I get in the TikTok video, the further the video reaches. So we might get other people on board. On the weekend, I will be on TikTok doing oracle card pulls, but it will be in exchange for a gift, because there has to be a transfer of energy at some point. So on the weekend, I'll be on there but it'll be in exchange for gifts. So the oracle message, Marla, isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. There are points in a relationship, so the relationship message, there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. In prosperity, everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up to your most prosperous potential. To get into that flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents, and abilities, and most important, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one. When grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness, you can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So it's a really, really great message for you, Marla. And I love when you get into those flow states, when you just like time seems completely irrelevant. You're not, you don't even notice the time that goes by because you're in such a good flow with what you're doing. Good morning, Jenny. How are you, love? So it's nice to, be in that flow state and things just flowing easily within your life. And I hope that message seems to resonate with you or is reflective. So now after Marla is Jess, and then Sahiba, and then Sarah. Feeling better? Good. I'm feeling all right. I had my wonderful new moon ceremony last night. I did a great meditation healing session. Some of the reports are that we all slept really well. I actually slept in today. I got up closer to 8 when I normally get up somewhere between 6 and 7. So apparently I needed the sleep, and that's okay. That's okay. So Jess, this is your card. Deep knowing, number 43. Deep knowing. Hi, Tanya. Tanya with an I. I'm Tanya with a Y. Do people call you Tanya? Yes, a new moon ceremony. So I have a Facebook group called the Divine Feminine Healing Collective, and I do 4 ceremonies, 4 ceremonies a month. I do a new moon and full moon ceremonies, and then we do check-ins, which still have a lot of the same stuff that the ceremonies do. Number 7 is your number. Perfect. Look at that. Huh. All right. 43, 7. Essential meanings: intuition, listening to the oracle within; empathy, hypersensitivity. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. Oh, good, good. Yeah, exactly. I love it. Beautiful. Know that you have the ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. The deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or 5 senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You're now invited into the sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive the answers from unusual sources. For a relationship message, there are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected on a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. 2 hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. In prosperity, this is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Within you, there is an oracle consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. So to access that deep knowing, there's definitely some meditation in your in your future. To get access to those messages that are there. And Ashley, I put you on the list for a card, okay? So yeah, there's sometimes like I get that where I don't know how I know, I just know. And this is what that's talking about, is that you just know stuff, and be okay with just knowing it and not really needing to know why or how or where you get that knowledge from. Sometimes the knowledge will come when you're just going about your day, and it'll just come to you that you just know, a specific way to flow or a specific answer, or the meaning behind something. I wrote you on the list as well, Tanya. But after Tanya, we're going to close it though. So I won't take gut feelings. Yeah, it's those gut feelings, our intuition. And, we've long since, been, don't listen to our intuition. We've lost our access to our own guidance, but that our own intuition, it's more, we need to be taught to access that more, right? It's so beneficial to us in navigating our lives to actually lean into that specific, that inner knowing that we have, our intuition. So for Sahiba, I pulled you truth be told. Okay. So truth be told, number 14. So let's see what our message is. So far, nothing's been really in protection mode today. So interesting for that. But so truth be told, Sahiba, honesty, that's a cool card. This is a beautiful card. The little owl with the open door in his chest. Honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective, according to the philosophy of the adherent or the believer. This is not a time to debate, not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing is less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with miracles. Have a great day, Jenny. Love to you, friend. A relationship message. People tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. The wisdom of the Oracle deck. And I do use many, like I do use other decks, but lately this is the deck that I've been really focusing on because I love the breadth, like the depth of messaging that's available with them. So the prosperity message for you, Sahiba, are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write and a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There's another oracle message here too. It's time to have a look at the real, honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship to money, to compensation, and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. Because we do want to make sure that we don't have any limiting beliefs around money and finances, right? If we were raised in a home where our parents were always telling us that everybody is always poor, that everybody struggles with money, that nobody ever gets a break, then you've got that subconscious belief system there that you're always going to struggle, you're never going to get a break and all of that. So unless you deal with that underlying thing, you're always going to end up setting yourself up for failure, because you'll always put yourself in positions where what you believe inherently is going to come true. So you'll end up, having that space where money will be a struggle because you've been told that money should always be a struggle, right? Like that kind of a scenario. So yeah, but it's definitely a good card. A lot of thinking to do for sure. Okay, so next is Sarah, and then Ashley, and then Tanya. Yes, it is a lot to take in. Sarah, this is for you, Sarah. All righty. Oh, that's the one that's calling to me for Sarah. Oh, Sarah, this one's always a card. Whenever I get this card, I always do the Sarah. So not for you, number 6. Okay. So this message can be harsh, or it can be a tough pill to swallow. That's what this one kind of represents to me when I get it. So not for you. A clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. The oracle message. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you really don't get to be in the game and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want to right now, that indeed your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. And yeah, it's a little cute little fortune cookie, and it says nope with a couple exclamation marks in the tag for the fortune. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. So that's that harsh message, right? That sometimes redirection is God's protection. So sometimes a relationship that falls apart feels like just the worst thing. And, you have that future belief in your mind. You've dreamed that future of that relationship. And it's not that one. It's not going to. But what's going to come up, what's going to end up coming into your life is going to be so much better for you and better aligned. You just have to let go of what isn't for you to allow that space for that to show up. Right? So in relationship message, some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning, but red flags escape your observation or you refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship is not meant to be, it is not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you're being protected by the divine. If you're the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot, there is a lid. This one may not be the best fit. And in prosperity, you can strategize and project and systemize and invest all your time and energy, but sometimes your best laid plans seem to go awry in spite of it all. Keep in mind that no effort is wasted. Fail fast and learn from defeat. Then keep going. You will eventually succeed, although perhaps not at this game, not at this time. Know when to fold your cards. So a little bit of a tough message. I always, do that kind of when I pull that card, because I'm like, what is it in my life that I'm thinking or that I'm concentrating on right now that this applies to? And I always try to remind people that even though it's saying not for you, it's not necessarily not for you forever, right? And in relationships, with cards, it's hard to predict with relationships to really give a concrete message around relationships. And the reason why is because there's two people at play. So if that person goes on a journey and heals, let's say, and they heal, the traumas in them, or they deal with their mental health or whatever, they come back, they're not the same person anymore. So they might just not be for you right now in the way that they're showing up, that they need to change and show up in a different way. Just like with prosperity, it might be that whatever you're doing right now, let's say for me, having the RN attached to my name in this field, right? It doesn't really make sense. So it could be, I have to shed the RN and just be on the intuitive portion. So it's just not this particular form of what you're bringing forward is the right form. It may not be that the whole thing is not for you. It's just some way that you have it in your job or your career, some form or some part of it that's not the right thing. So you make changes to it and it could be the right thing, or it could be for you, if that makes sense. I hope that helped you. But it can be harsh when it says not for you. And it's like, oh no, that relationship's not for me, or that role or that career or that business is not for me. Right? Can be unfortunate. So now is Ashley and then Tanya. I hope you're still around, girls. Sometimes it takes a while to get the messages and get to your message. But right now it's Ashley's turn. Let's see what we have for Ashley. Okay, and I know you were asking a specific question. If I scroll back up, I can see. Oh, just about struggling. Okay, let's see what your message is. Okay. So the first card that I pulled in protection today is Higher Power, number 4. Okay. So I'll read what I do with them when I pull them in protection mode. I read the essential meaning and the oracle message, and then I read the protection message. So you'll want to pay attention to the protection message most of all, just as a note. So higher power, conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. Good morning, Krista. How are you feeling? The Oracle's message. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is in the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you've ever known. You are always protected and divinely directed. Now, in the protection message, Ashley, and this is your message. Now is the time to examine what you are giving energy and attention to in the back of your mind. If you're obsessing about being right, about old resentments or failed expectations, about money, or about any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. But you want spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and is always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from the other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There's no greater source than spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. Yay. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love having feedback from the sessions. So if that, I'm hoping that that's a clear message for you, right? Sometimes, like, if you're really worrying about things and stressing about things, like if I spend my time and I just keep going over and over and over about, the way that the relationship isn't working for me, then I'm focusing on that. That's going to bring more of that to me. That's the kind of the perspective of that. So it's the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. That's the deck. Hi, Tanya. Perfect timing for your card. Perfect timing. And then look at that, me being all on time. The last card at 10:01, and I was trying to keep it around an hour each day, so I have time for all the other things that I need to accomplish. And that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Yesterday, I was done at 10:12, so I don't think, I think 15 minutes of going over is not bad. But I'll be putting on a show on TikTok at some point this weekend for Oracle card readings. Okay. And I do have like full readings that I offer. I do one reading that I do is 45 Canadian. And then I also have a Sacred Journey Oracle package. That is a 3-month package where you connect with me every 2 weeks for a reading to deal with whatever your struggles are, get guidance and direction. Plus you get healing tips and resiliency toolkit stuff, all kinds of soothing. And it's just really a collaboration between my trauma wellness and the Oracle. So we get the clarity and message from the Oracle, and then I gently guide you through the trauma journey into a space where it ignites your self-love. All right, Tanya. Clean it up. Number 21. Number 21, clean it up. I really feel good about the collaboration between the two things. I was really trying to find a way to bring them together, and I finally figured it out. And I just feel so delighted about the whole Sacred Journey Oracle package. So for you, Tanya, getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. The Oracle's message. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to other that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. In a relationship message, Time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. In prosperity, simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign that you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. So when you're making decisions or you're thinking about whether you're going to do something or not do something, really try to get into connection with your gut. And if it's not a real then it's a no, right? It doesn't have to, even if it's a right, it's still a no. Even if it's a okay, it's still a no. It has to be that right? And then it's aligned with you in that energetic state of, yep, I definitely want to. And for some of us, that decision can be made quickly. And for some of us, we need a little longer to sit with it. I try to sit with any decisions for, at least a day, because I want to make sure that the decisions I'm making aren't based upon the mood that I'm currently in. If I'm in a good mood, I'm more apt to make a positive decision. I'm more likely to agree to something. So if someone gets you in a really good mood and then asks you, hey, would you mind dog sitting for me while I go on vacation for a month? And you're like, yeah, sure, because you're in a great space. And then afterwards, you're like, what was I thinking? Like, I have cats and I have these responsibilities and I have that responsibility. And now I'm looking after, I have a response. That's the kind of concept, right? If you are in a bad mood, right, and somebody asks you something, you're more than likely to go, no, just because you're not in the good space for it. So I try to allow myself the opportunity to sit with whatever decisions I'm going to make for a little bit so that I can see it's not just based in I'm in a good mood or I'm in a bad mood. And most times people will wait for that decision. And then if they don't, that tells you something anyway. Why are they so needing a decision made right away? Why can they not accept and wait for you to make that decision and give you the boundaries that you deserve, right? To the time that you need to make a decision that's good for both of you. So that's all for the cards for this morning, but I will be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And again, the new announcement that I made was also that I won't be doing the 9 a.m. lives on the weekend. I'm going to try to tailor it, dial it back a little bit on the weekend, because I need to have some of my own time and time for family as well. But I'm here Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, and it's a collective reading. And then following the collective reading is individual card pulls. So you can always join me there. And if you want any information regarding my Oracle card, any of the readings that I do, or the sacred package, the sacred journal, the sacred journey Oracle package, just let me know and I'll get that information to you as well. And otherwise, I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you guys and thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's only a day away. Tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have a great day.